Good morning. Good morning, Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Okay, let's get started. We're going to come to a comfortable seated position. I also recommend having some water nearby. Thank you. And if you're thinking, but Kat, I also saw you walk with a mug over there that looked like you had some coffee. You're right, I've got some coffee too. But yeah, water makes a big difference. All right, hang on. One more thing. Let me just check that my AirPods are still okay. Looks like we're still connected. These AirPods sort of tend to become disconnected from my laptop, just probably partly or fully because my laptop is a lot older than my AirPods. So, good morning, Rebecca. So also a great thing to use the chat for is if at some point you're suddenly not able to hear me as well. Yeah, you can let me know with that. All right, I have the laptop plugged into Ethernet. So I think that seems to have been making the internet connection, at least on my end, more stable. So we're not getting cut off. And my laptop's plugged in. Made that little snafu yesterday when I was teaching. Forgot to have it plugged in and laptop died. So, you know, eventually I'll just have had all the mistakes made all the mistakes one can possibly have teaching in this way. And I'll run out of mistakes. I won't make any more. It's actually a big part of learning something, isn't it? We sort of try and avoid making mistakes, but really we just have to make them in a lot of ways. All right. So come to a comfortable seated position. If you feel better in a chair for this portion, we're going to start with some pranayama today, some breathing. Feel free to be in a chair if that works better for you. And then once we start doing the mat stuff, you can move to your mat. All right. So let's let the eyes fall closed for a moment. Let's bring your attention to your breath. I often find that as soon as I bring my awareness there, that my breath starts to get fuller and deeper. But that probably also is related to the fact that I stopped talking. Okay. Think about there's something that you need to get like fired up to do today. You need a little fire in yourself to be like, yes, I can do this thing. And I'll share, I have something in mind for myself, which is that I need to renew my car registration. Like it is due today. I need to get my car smog checked. And well, even in normal times, for some reason, this feels like an overwhelming task. I could not tell you why. But right now, something like that feels like, oh no, get it. So that's what I'm needing, a little fire to get done today. So we're gonna start with some Kapalabhati breath. Quick overview for those of you who haven't done this yet. So essentially, you're keeping your mouth closed. You're going to feel kind of ridiculous. That's fine. In yoga, we feel ridiculous. And so really quick, really strong. You should really feel your belly working. Like it's gonna kind of feel like you've done an abdominal workout, but you're just sitting. So really fast, quick, active exhales out your nose. Your inhale is passive. It's just that relaxing of your belly in between contracting in. We're going to do 3 rounds of that 50 times. You can count or not. I will be counting. I'm not going to count. I'll count the first round, like the first 10 out loud, just to kind of give you a sense of how quick a pace we're aiming for. Yeah, but I'll sort of tell you when that 50 is up. And if you're going a bit slower, a bit faster, it's fine if you're at 50-ish. And then in between those rounds, we'll just kind of take a moment of being less active with our breath and just kind of letting our breath go at its own normal pace. All right, so let's go ahead. You can have your eyes open or closed for this. That's what I often like to do. Yeah, it's up to you to do the eyes. All right, so to get us ready, take a deep breath in. Really, really full inhale. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. All right, deep breath in. Let it out the mouth. Now just let the breath do its thing. As we get ready for our next round, think if there's any qualities, stuff that you're carrying that needs to just be shot out. Any doubt, insecurity, fear, what have you. What do you want to just like shoot it out your nose? Okay, so here, let's get ready for our second round. Deep breath in. And begin. Deep breath in. Exhale it out the mouth. Let your breath be for a moment. Just let it do its thing. So whatever pace and depth, it's just feeling natural in this moment. All right, so hopefully we're already feeling those abdominal muscles getting a little tired, perhaps. Feeling a little warmed up. All right, third and final round. See if you can make that drawing in of that belly even a little bit stronger. All right, so here we go. Last round, starting with a deep breath in. And go. Deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale everything out. A little more, and then a little more, and then a little more. All right, and then just let your breath be whatever normal means in this moment. You might find that after each round, what's kind of feeling normal, natural to your breath changes. And that's good. I'm kind of going for that. Great. All right, so moving from our seated portion of class to our mat portion. So if you're on a chair, this is a good time to come off your chair. All right, so come onto your hands and knees. So, or if being all the way down the floor is uncomfortable, you could have your hands like up on a chair and be on your feet at this time instead. I don't have a full chair video put together yet, but that is definitely something I'm planning to do soon. And if you are following along on the Spotify playlist, feel free to hit play at any time. And if you aren't on my email list yet, where I'm sending, or at least trying to be on top of, sending links of playlists, future classes, etc. I'm pretty sure I know all the people that are tuning in right now, even if you haven't said who you are. I think I have a sense of who everybody is. So I'm pretty sure you have some way of contacting me. Send me your email if you haven't gotten any of those emails yet and you would like to. Trying to get that info all in one place. So here we go. In our tabletop, stacking the bones like scaffolding. Let's breathe in, stretch the belly down, exhale to round and push the floor away. And alternate through those two shapes at your own deliberate pace. Let's go one more. And stretch that out, back out to a long neutral spine. All right, so your hips are going to stay over your knees. Okay? And we're not going to quite arch our upper back. We are going to try and create that same long line from hips to hands that we would have in a downward dog, but we're going to stay on our knees. A little half dog here. So we have done this where we're really pressing our chest to the floor. This is not that exactly. So it's a little more work in those arms and your core. Just because we're prioritizing stability a bit more over stretch in this move. Okay, so elbows should be off the floor. They're all the way straight. And so you should feel some work in those upper abdominals, keeping those ribs from flaring towards the floor. And then walk the hands back in until they're back under your shoulders. And then let's tuck the toes under, add the legs into our downward dog. Good. So keep a little bit of that, gentle tension, just keeping those ribs drawn in. Shouldn't be an amount that's getting in the way of the breath. Armpits are open. Good. Upper arms squeezing like they're trying to pull your elbow points up towards your shoulders. Good. All right. And if it helps you lengthen your back to bend your knees, let those knees bend. So, at least for now, whenever try to think like, should I prioritize spine length or leg length? For right now, for today, I'm going to say prioritize that upper body length. Good. All right, with an inhale, let's come forward to a high plank. So here we're going to really try and fully straighten the knees, unless you're feeling some strain in your low back. And then you can take that pressure off by having your knees down. Good. So press the floor away with your fingertips. Shoulder blades scooching down towards your back pockets. Belly is zipped and firm, drawing in towards the spine. All right, and let's hinge back to our downward dog. Right. Walk or hop your feet forwards, whatever gets you up to a forward fold at the front of your mat to where now your weight is completely on the feet. Good. Inhale, come up to a long, flat back. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to lengthen, then stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to your hearts. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend your knees into a chair, sit. So for now, keep those little space between the feet and the same amount of space between your knees that there is between your feet. All right, and then let's stand up and reach up. Maybe there's a little arch upward of the upper back. Exhale, let's fold on down to a forward fold. Hands can come to the floor, or you can place something here like blocks to catch your hands. Step the left foot way back on your mat. Good. Feet are at least hip distance apart. They might be even a little bit wider side to side. That's totally fine if you're more stable there. All right, let's bring those arms up to the sky, high lunge. Good. All right, and then bend your back knee. Good. And really challenge it unless it bothers your knee. Keep it in a range that is challenging but doable. Then straighten that back leg all the way. Good. And then straighten your front leg. And then having the arms up is feeling like, whoa, too much. Bring the hands to your hips. You can work if your front leg straightens. And then it bends. Good. Let's take the hands down to floor or block. Step your left foot forwards and take your right leg back. Good. So make sure it doesn't look, as you're looking down at your feet here, make sure that you're not hiding your back foot behind your front foot, that there is some space here. Yeah. And bring the arms up, high lunge. And remember, the hands could be on your hips if you prefer. Good. Now, how low can you bend that back knee to the floor? You're not going to let it touch. How low can it go? And then squeeze it all the way straight. Yeah, so we want it challenging, but not painful. Yeah, so if you've got any knee issues, and you need to be careful with that one. Okay, do what you need to do. All right, and then straighten your front leg all the way. Suck that kneecap up towards your hips. Bend that knee again. Good. Bring the hands down to floor or block. Step your right foot forwards. Come to your forward fold. Inhale, come up to a long flat back. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to lengthen, then stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to floor or blocks. Step the left foot way back on your mat. And bring the arms and chest up to that high lunge. Good, so that back heel is off the mat, all 10 toes pointing forwards. Upright twist, left arm comes forwards, right arm back. So you're twisting towards that front leg. Try and broaden that wingspan a little more. Good. And then tip forwards, left hand comes down, right hand down. Okay, floor or props. Step the left foot forwards and take the right leg back. So basically we were just bringing the hands down just with a little flare. Bring the arms up, high lunge. All right, and upright twist to your left, right arm comes forwards, left arm back. Lengthen that left side of your waist a little more, dropping the left outer hip away from the ribs. Broaden your wingspan a little more. Ooh, my back knee got sneaky and it bent a little bit. You don't need to bend back knee, you got this. And then tip forwards, right hand down, left hand down, right foot steps forwards. Inhale, come up long, flat back. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to lengthen, then stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, So you're gonna stand on your right leg. Either come to the left toes. So you're gonna make sure I'm not hiding my foot here. Either this foot down or you can lift it up entirely. Okay. And we're just gonna take a little bend, kind of like we're gonna go into chair sit. But one leg is harder, so maybe not necessarily quite that far. And straighten back up. Good. Remember, you can have these toes down. And you are letting your hips go back. Upper body counters forward. It's not going to collapse, but it is going to have to go some amount forwards to counterweight the pelvis going back because physics. One more time on that leg. Yeah, just kind of saying hello to that leg. All right, bring this left foot into your tree. Okay. So inner thigh, if that happens, if it's just super wobbly and you have to I'd say if you end up touching this foot down 5 times, keep it down. Snug the sole of your foot against your inner ankle. Okay. You're still challenging your balance. You are on less than 2 feet. Valid. All right, and let that left foot come on down. Thank you, standing leg. Okay, so either just that right foot, sorry, we're gonna do our other side, kind of steps in front, or it can hover entirely. Good, so we just take a little bend, like we're gonna do a chair sit. Good, but we'll be reasonable about that. We are now on one leg instead of 2. And up, and it's okay if this is just a tiny bend. That still counts. All right, and then bring that right foot into Vrikshasana, your tree. Whatever shape that happens to be for you. We aim to make it the same as our first side. That might happen, it might not. All right, and let's let that right foot come down. Thank you, standing leg. All right, we are next gonna lie down on our belly. Well, you can either send salutation your way down or just get down onto your belly somehow. Right. So I'm gonna inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down to that forward fold. And then from that forward fold to a downward dog. And from downward dog to your high plank. Good. Shift the shoulders forward a touch more. And then slowly bending the arms, pointing the elbows straight back until you are all the way down. Good. All right, and then press into the hands. Push your chest forwards, baby cobra. Good. All right, lower the chest and the head down. Keep the upper body down. Straighten the legs all the way, 100%, and then lift the legs. Right, now keep the legs lifted. Squeeze the back and press into the hands. to lift the upper body. Good. You can keep the hands here or hover them back along your side. Good. Make sure there's no strain in the neck, strain in the throat. All right, and let's lower down. And now plant those hands to get you back up to downward dog. From downward dog, walk or hop your feet forwards to your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine forwards. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to lengthen, then stand all the way up with a big reach. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, so move into our Warrior Two series. And this is going to come into half moon. So just make sure you've got some space over on your right side. And if you don't have a block that you feel like, that shape looked kind of crazy, a chair can be a great thing to use, a couch, wall. Feel free to get creative. Because in a way, practicing in our home gives us even more options of ways we can practice and props we can use. All right, so step those feet nice and wide, trying to make ideally an equilateral triangle between your legs and the floor. Turn the right toes out all the way, left toes in a little bit. I'm not going to be bossy about where your prop goes today if you're using one. Pick a side. All right, quads, zip those kneecaps up. Actually, I suggest you bring your hands to your quads and then just kind of, like you're giving up, like trying to pull that muscle up to your hip. Yeah, so you want those kneecaps. You want to think of them being drawn up as opposed to the back of the knee being pressed into. All right, stretch those arms out. Triangle, Trikonasana. First pose of this series today. Hips lean out to the left. Right hand comes down. Maybe it's somewhere on your right leg. Maybe it's your prop. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Both sides of the waist are long. Breath is happening. Good. Then here in your triangle, see how much you can bend that right knee. Just try and keep that right hand wherever it is. Good, and straight. So just kind of in the direction of your side angle pose. And then this time as you bend your right knee, lift your chest up. Come to Warrior Two. Okay. And then flip the right palm, reverse your warrior, take a side bend to your left. Stay in the side bend, straighten the right leg. And then bend your right knee and lean over to your right. This time we're going to stay in that side angle pose. Now bring your left arm close to your face on your left side. So it's coming into line with the left leg. Good. Your elbow might be on your thigh, or your right hand might be down on your prop or the floor. All right. Inhale to lift back up to Warrior Two. Good. All right, and now into half moon. Hopefully I've given myself enough space. We'll find out. Left hand to left it. Okay, right hand down to the floor or a prop. I'll show this without the prop just for anyone that's wondering. So if the floor is feeling like, whew, how am I going to reach that now? Bring your right hand to your right thigh to start. Okay, just kind of lean on that thigh for a little balance support as you bring that left foot in. Okay, and then stand on that right leg. Good, you've lifted that left leg up. So you're aiming to get your upper body and left leg. I didn't quite give myself enough room. Parallel to the floor, but maybe you're kind of here. You're sort of going in the direction of that side lean. Okay, so if you don't have a prop, you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get to the floor. You could keep that right hand braced on that right thigh. Yeah, you could work here. You could reach it out for a chair or a wall. You can bring that down to the floor. This is one where I love my props. I've used a water bottle in class when I didn't grab myself a block beforehand, and I found myself really wanting one. A water bottle works very well. A little wobblier than a block, but it was something. Maybe that left arm reaches up. All right, now let's come back to warrior two, and pivot that over to the left side, which maybe for you, it means for me. I'll scoot over to my right, so there's room for a half moon pose in a moment. Okay, so triangles first on our left side. Good. Do a little grab and squeeze up of those quads. Glide your hips out to the right. That upper body cannot reach out to the left anymore. Windmill the arms, but keep drawing your collarbones, your chest, your head out over those left toes. And then bend that lead, just going in the direction of side angle pose, but then we just straighten it again. Good, and bend. And straighten. Bend. Straighten. This time bend and lift up to warrior two. Turn the left palm up and side bend to your right. Reversing your warrior. Keep the body in the side bend, straighten the left leg. And then bend it again. And lean over to side angle pose, Parshva-Konasana. So either left elbow on that thigh, maybe that hand's reaching down for your prop or the floor. And inhale brings you back up to warrior two. All right, right hand to right hip, left hand to the thigh, the floor, prop. You're gonna step that right foot in. Good. Lengthen the upper body out and can be here, maybe on a prop. But if the floor is reachable, by all means use the floor. Good, and just like triangle, try and keep length on both sides of the waist. Right hand might stay on the hip or it might reach up to the ceiling. All right, and then find that mat. Find your warrior two. All right. Now make the feet parallel to each other, feet still wide, hands to hips. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hinging forwards. Really reach those sits bones first back to the wall behind you, top of head forwards, and then let it round on down. Inhale, come up to a long flat back. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, stand all the way up. Wonderful. Woo, bring those feet back together. Step on up to the front of your mat. Okay. And we're going to come down to our belly. So I'm going to talk you through doing a little sun salutation down, but remember, you can get down however you need. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forwards. Good. From that forward fold to downward dog. And from downward dog to high plank. Good. Remember, you could also do this lowering from your knees. You want to bring those shoulders forwards a bit. Keeps the weight nice and centered over the wrists as we lower down. Okay, so take this one arm always like, what's the best angle? Take those arms out to a T. Okay, stretching out from the shoulders, turn your head to your right. Lift your right leg off the mat, and you are letting your hip come with it. Yeah, you're rolling onto that left side. Partly. All right. Start to take that right leg behind you. Keep the knee lifted, pointing up towards the ceiling as you start to point the toes towards the floor. Feeling like, oh, hello hip. Getting some nice stretch in your lower and middle back. Keep reaching that right arm out to the right. Right. Unwind out of your twists. Back onto your belly. Turn your head to your left. Lift your left leg. You're encouraging, in fact, that left hip to lift and roll on top of the right. Take the left leg behind you, and then start to bend the knee. Toes pointing to the floor, but keep that inner thigh, that knee lifted. Right. Unwind your twist. And if it's comfortable, goalpost your arms. So elbows are bent, or shoulder height, elbows bent to 90 degrees. And just turn your head to one side or the other. Okay. If it's more comfortable with the arms along your side here, feel free to do that instead. And check if I think my headphones are still connected. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. Recenter your head. Reach the arms back. Okay. So you're going to do bow pose or locust pose. So locust, we did that earlier. You're just squeezing everything up. Good. You could do a locust bow hybrid by lifting with bent knees. You're not trying to grab. Yeah. Just lifting with bent knees. Good. Or you can grab a hold of his feet. You're like, okay, I'm still breathing. Then press those hips down. Imagine an anvil on your sacrum. Kick the feet back like they are trying to escape. And float your chest and legs up off the floor. Make sure there is some room for the breath. Lift the thighs a little more. Kick the feet back a little more. And let's lower down. Let go of the feet. If you goal posted before, goal post again, or cactus arms. Another, I like to call them, turn your head to the left, or turn your head to which other direction you didn't do before. Bring the head back to center. Right? And let's sit back on the heels in child's pose. Come on up to tabletop. Next, we're going to set up for dolphin, which is essentially a downward dog on your elbows instead of your hands. And a few different things you might do here. If you do have a block or something about this shape, for extra shoulder stretch, you can, and this is what kind of put the block between your index and thumb, and this would be on the floor. Yeah, so you can work your dolphin there. It's gonna kind of it's gonna be a more intense stretch, or you could just have the fingers interlaced and press up into your dolphin from there. All right, so set on up. And especially if you are using a block, make sure those elbows don't splay out wider than the shoulders. For this one, you really want to keep those forearms parallel. That's all right. So we tuck the toes under, stretch those hips up. So if it's really hard to get some length here, let your knees bend so you can stick your butt up more. And you might even step your feet wide, like as wide as your mat. And you're really pushing your head away from the floor by driving your elbows down and forwards. And front ribs pulling up towards your hips. All right, lower the knees down. Okay, let's come off our arms. Okay, you can sit on your heels or stay off them. We're just gonna take a few shoulder rolls back. And a few going forwards. All right, and then come to sitting. So if that feels good to you, feel free to have yourself up on a towel or a blanket. It just kind of helps us sit up taller. All right, extend both legs forwards. And then bend your right knee, pull it in. And circle that right arm forwards. Up and down to the floor behind you. So it's actually gonna come down to the floor here. Your kickstand. Left arm wraps around the right knee. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale. Twist to your right. Unwind out of your twist. Switch out the legs. The left comes in. Right is extended forwards. 2 sits bones down. Circle the left arm forward. And comes down to kickstand on the floor behind you. And right arm wraps around. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale. Twist to your left. Unwind back to center. Open the knees up to butterfly, soles of feet come together for Baddha Konasana. Good. So grab hold of ankles, maybe shins, toes, whatever you can get a nice grip on. Inhale, lengthen up. And let's just stay lengthening up, 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 crown of head up to the top of this, up to the ceiling. Take a few breaths, just lengthening up. So kind of pulling back on the toes or legs here. Try and pull your waistline forwards, trying to bring your weight onto or in front of these sits bones as much as you can. And then let's stay long as we start to hinge, really pull the chest out. And feel the weight coming in front of your sits bones, or feel that your body is attempting to go there. That counts too. All right, and then let your spine round down here. And then let your head stay drooping forwards as you restack the spine from bottom to top. And head will come on up last. Okay, so next we're going to lie down on our back. And if you do have a prop like a strap or towel, bring that with you. So first just lie down on your back. Actually, strap to the side. You won't need that for a little bit of core work we're going to do today. All right, so bring knees into your chest, feet off the floor. Good. Clasp the hands and take them behind your head. Good. And extend those legs up a bit. Okay, just because they're gonna having a little lift of the legs here is probably gonna help. All right, so take an inhale. Exhale, lift your head and chest off the floor. Now try and lift your tailbone off the floor. Good. And then lower them both down. So essentially you're trying to get, kind of perched on your mid-back for a moment here. All right, so now take an inhale. Exhale, lift the head and chest. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Exhale, lower them all down. Inhale, lift the head down. Exhale, lift your head. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Exhale, lower down. And even if you don't get much of a lift of the lower body, that is, for many reasons, the much harder end of this to lift. Just really try and feel those abdominals like trying to go in that direction. All right, and one more time we inhale. Exhale, lift the head. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Exhale, lower all of the back down. Good. Just hug your knees into your chest for a moment. We're going to do that again. We're going to lift the lower body first. Okay. So, feet lift a little bit, hands clasped behind the head. All right, inhale to prepare. Exhale, try and lift that tailbone. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, lower down. And lift the tailbone. Lift your head. And lower down. So I got a little off with my breath. So let's inhale. Exhale, lift tailbone. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Exhale, lift the butt. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, lower down. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, tailbone. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Exhale, lift the tailbone. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, lower them down. Good. All right, let's place the feet down, knees bent, and just switch your knees side to side. All right. Let's make sure I've got room for what I'm doing next. All right, so grab a hold of your prop. Take those legs up. Good. All right. Keep the right leg lifted. Lower that left leg all the way down to the mat. And keep that left leg actively pressing down. So if you have a short prop, like a small towel, around the thigh can work. Yeah, if it's not going to reach your foot. So maybe kind of use a smaller prop and you come here. Good. You could also grab the back of the thigh. Or if you get a pretty good hamstring stretch by bending the knee and pulling it up, that's another place that you could be. If the strap is long enough, maybe it loops around that foot. Good. And you want the prop, if it's on your foot, you want it around the ball of your foot, because then it can pull those toes down. And oh, that's a fun stretch. Okay, step your left, so if you have a strap over your foot, step the left foot into the strap and take the right out. Okay. If you're not using a prop or using a prop but in a different way, like around the thigh, then let's do what you've got to do to switch sides. So right leg is straight and actively pressing into the floor. All right, so if you're using a prop, put that off to the side. Bring both knees into your chest. Okay. All right, extend the legs up. Good. With your belly, press that low back into the floor. Keep it pressing down as you slowly lower the legs all the way down. So if you feel your back starting to arch, bend your knees, okay? And then once the feet are down, you can just slide them forwards. Okay. So you're just gonna land on your back into your Shavasana. So just kind of getting comfortable on your back. So if you're more comfortable in, say, a reclining butterfly, or you want to have the knees bent, the feet flat, if you're feeling any strain in your back, feel free to experiment with the legs. And we've also talked about rolling up a blanket, putting something under the knees, giving them a little lift. That can also feel really nice. Come back to your breath. Stretch your arms up overhead. Bend one knee at a time. Roll over onto one side. And then use both hands to gently push yourself on up to a comfortable seated position. Bring the palms together at your heart. Let's close our practice by chanting one Om all together. First, exhale fully. And a deep inhale. Thank you all so much for joining in this morning, or later than that. If you're joining in after this has gone live, namaste. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you are able to make a donation of any size to help support my teaching while I'm out of work, I'll make sure that info is in the description of this video right now. Thank you, Sharon. Namaste to you too. If you are not able, no problem. I totally get it. I know a lot of us are in that boat right now. Liking this video, subscribing to my channel, spreading the word to anyone that you think would be interested in watching these classes. We can know old friends that are on the East Coast and all over the country, family even, that have been able to join, that would never have come to the gym here in Oakland. So that's a cool thing that is possible to us in this new, different era. All right. Feel free to reach out if you've got any requests or questions. Hope to see you Wednesday. Namaste to you too, Rebecca.